Now on 4 News Now at 6, a strike that began in Spokane County is now leading to delays in construction projects in North Idaho, while local businesses say it's hurting more than just traffic.
Clouds and heat today. The storms are next. I'm tracking wind. Showers and thunderstorms could hit your first alert forecast.
And a presumed case of measles has been reported in Spokane County. We'll show you how to check your immunization status and what to do if you're not sure if you're protected. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Construction season is in full swing across the region, and there are several projects now on hold because of a labor strike. The local 302 union strike is making it difficult to find workers and asphalt to complete any road construction this summer. The Idaho Transportation Department is waiting for the strike to end to complete several projects. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Derek Dice. Kirsten O'Connor has the night off. Now here's a map of some of the impacted projects. It includes widening I-90 between Post Falls and Coeur d'Alene, as well as the I-90 Highway 41 interchange project in Post Falls. ITD is also waiting to work on the railroad at the Highway 53 Pleasant View interchange. Derek Strom joins us live after speaking with the business that's eagerly waiting for this construction to finish.
Derek, construction at the I-90 and Highway 41 interchange has been impacting businesses here for months. Employees at Capone's here in Post Falls say they're worried about what more delays could mean for their restaurant.
They've even closed the access roads into our parking lot later at night, and so people aren't able to even get into our parking lot, which has really hurt us as well.
Capone's Bar and Grill is just down the street from where crews are supposed to be building a new intersection and off-ramp for the I-90 and State Route 41 interchange. That project is now delayed because of a strike, and Capone's business is suffering from all of the road closures.
We really rely on the tourism to really impact our sales, and when the tourists come there, they don't always know the other areas and ways to access our location.
Assistant Manager Chanda Miller says the decrease in customers has hit their servers the hardest. Most of the money servers make comes through tips, and Miller says there's been a big difference in how much money their workers are taking home.
I know the local businesses just on this street alone have already been suffering tremendously, and it's definitely affected us too, which has been really unfortunate for us.
The Idaho Transportation Department says it's working to complete any other parts of these projects it can, but it has to wait for the strike to end to finish them.
We've been working really closely with all of our contractors through this, a lot of them on a daily basis, just seeing what work can still continue, how they can rephase some of that work to try and hopefully not completely extend or miss deadlines.
We've made repeated attempts this month to contact Local 302 and the Contractors Association they're negotiating with to get more information. We haven't heard back. They won't tell us what they're asking for or if there's an end in sight. Live in Post Falls, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Yeah, and meanwhile, frustrations will just continue to grow around all those different projects around the region. Derek, thank you. All right, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joining us now, and we have some potential thunderstorms heading our way.
Yes, we do, and the best chance for some measurable rain in some time. Let's take a look at our satellite and radar, and you can see the moisture streaming up from the south with thunderstorms well south of the LC Valley over central Idaho. We've also had some thunderstorm activity in parts of Oregon and in the Cascades. Around most of the inland northwest, had a few sprinkles today. We had plenty of clouds, although those clouds did not do much to keep our temperatures cooler than average. Taking a look at our forecast radar, we'll keep those clouds and see those sprinkles moving in overnight tonight. Here's 3 a.m. with some light rain in progress, then heavier precipitation comes in the afternoon on Wednesday, 3 o'clock Wednesday, with the potential for some thunderstorms throughout the I-90 corridor, keeping the rain going right on into Thursday morning. Here's 8 a.m. Thursday morning with more rain across the northeast mountains, North Idaho, and into the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area before things begin tapering off through the day on Thursday, and looks like we'll be drying out for Friday. But in your Wednesday planner, overcast conditions, showers and thunderstorms showing up in the afternoon. A high of 88, 81 is our average average high. I'll be back with your Labor Day weekend forecast in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. It is that time of year again. Back to school season is in full swing. Students in the Cheney School District just wrapped up their first day of classes, but this year they're heading back to some big changes. Our Alexandra Cohen-Yards breaks down the new policies students will need to follow and shows us the improvements made on campuses.
Students here at Windsor Elementary are greeted by these letters for their first day of school. Wildcats, welcome back. This school, like many others across the district, got some exciting upgrades thanks to a bond that passed last fall. Upgrades that are so nice that some say the inside of this building looks like a completely new school. Over 5,000 Cheney Public School students woke up this morning for their first day of school, a time of excitement for kids, but often stress for parents.
We started off at 6 a.m.
How's it been?
Chaotic, but good.
Tiffany Sleep is a parent of 3 Cheney students. Windsor was her final drop-off spot, and things looked different.
We didn't have none of this last year.
What she is referring to is this bus loop, which she says has made dropping off her kid easier. It is just one of several upgrades Windsor Elementary got thanks to a bond passed in November.
It's just incredible for our students and staff.
But infrastructure changes are not the only new thing at Cheney Public Schools. Students will also see new policies. That includes an updated cell phone policy. Middle schoolers face a full ban during school hours, while high schoolers are restricted during class time.
If we restrict that in the learning environment, we're going to allow the really, hopefully, better learning environment.
Sleep likes it, but also has concerns.
I like the idea, but at the same time, I feel like they should have maybe a designated time to be able to check their phones.
The district does say that students will be able to use their phones during an emergency or if they get permission from an administrator. In Cheney, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Well, the first day of school for kids in the Central Valley School District is tomorrow. Alexandra will be there as students return with the big changes in store, from a new balanced school calendar to enhanced safety upgrades. We'll break down what's different this year tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest starting at 5 a.m. Well, health officials are urging families to double check to make sure they're vaccinated against the measles. So far, 2 people have tested positive in North Idaho. And yesterday, the Spokane Regional Health District announced it's identified what could be the first case of measles in Spokane County.
We do know that measles moves quickly and it's very infectious.
We'll show you how you can check to make sure you and your family are all caught up on your vaccinations. That's coming up tonight at 6:30. And it's not just the measles parents should be worried about. Wastewater data shows elevated levels of COVID-19 in Spokane County. The Washington Department of Health is using wastewater data to measure respiratory illnesses. Right now, that data shows high levels of COVID in Spokane County with moderate levels inside the city of Spokane. Elevated levels are also being reported in Olympia and the Seattle area. While the state no longer tracks daily case counts like it did during the pandemic, it does monitor hospitalizations, emergency visits, and deaths. Officials say emergency visits and hospitalizations are up statewide, but COVID makes up only about 2% of all hospital visits. Well, parents are feeling the squeeze as kids' expenses keep climbing. Still ahead, we'll show you how much families are really spending and share tips to help stay on budget. And President Trump says he's firing Fed Governor Lisa Cook, but legal experts say it's unclear if he actually can. We'll break down the controversy and what it means for the Fed. Plus, a powerful tribute comes to Spokane. We'll show you the wall that heals and how the community is coming together to honor Vietnam veterans. That's next on 4 News Now.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
Grab your sunscreen. Free Swim Fridays are back every Friday in June, July, and August at City of Spokane Valley Pools. Families swim free thanks to Numerica Credit Union and Spokane Parks Foundation.
Some of the best summer memories happen by the pool. Numerica's excited for families to soak up the sun without worrying about the cost.
Every Friday at all 3 Spokane Valley Pool locations, kids and adults can swim for free at open swim sessions.
I did it!
We'll see you there.
The Davenport Hotels invite you to a signature weekend of culinary delights, September 26th through the 28th. Join us for the Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival, taking place in downtown Spokane with multiple events offered throughout the weekend. Purchase any festival ticket and receive a 20% discount code to stay at one of the Davenport properties. Information can be found on the Davenport Hotel Collections website under the Experiences tab. The Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival this September, sponsored in part by Windermere Real Estate, BECU, and 4 News Now.
This year, Walker's Furniture is excited about our big Labor Day sale, as we spent all summer clearing out discontinued furniture items to make room for truckloads of new styles.
Get the biggest savings of the season with store-wide discounts up to 40% off, or take advantage of 0% financing for 5 years with no money down.
Making it easy to get that new immersive home theater sofa or bedroom set and pay for it over time during our biggest Labor Day sale yet this week at Walker's.
R&R RV has just lowered prices on every pre-owned motorhome, fifth wheel, and travel trailer in stock. We're talking jaw-dropping savings on the region's largest selection of pre-owned RVs. All pre-owned units at R&R RV are clean, certified, and never purchased at auction. Quit dreaming. Just do it. Same-day delivery available on many units. Shop pre-owned units now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake, North Spokane, and Lewiston. Or visit rnrrv.com.
And he is safe! It's your last chance to catch the Spokane Indians this season at Avista Stadium, and it's all going down Labor Day weekend. Friday, August 29th, Windermere Real Estate brings you Armed Forces Appreciation Night with post-game fireworks. Saturday, August 30th, your local Toyota dealers present baseball and more fireworks. And Sunday, August 31st, we go out with a bang as AAA Washington wraps it up with a season finale fireworks spectacular. It's a Labor Day weekend of baseball, fireworks, and unforgettable fun. For tickets and game times, head to SpokaneIndians.com.
Welcome back. A procession brought a replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial to Spokane today. It's called The Wall That Heals. It's a traveling exhibit intended to make a piece of history accessible to communities around the country. Our Mary Sheridan followed its journey today and shares the impact it's making in Spokane.
The Wall That Heals has made its way to the Dwight Merkle Sports Complex here in Spokane, and the day is ending just like it began, with drumming. The 3/4 scale replica of the Vietnam Memorial was packed up inside a semi-truck outside the Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino this morning. It was featured in a ceremony that honored the Native Americans who served their country.
These young men and women went abroad, and some didn't come back.
This ceremony's solemn tone continued as the combat vet riders donned their helmets and motorcycles, escorting the mobile memorial in a procession that wound through Cheney and Medical Lake. Many families in the community came out to pay their respects as it passed by.
Just to show them the importance of honoring our country and the people who fought for our country.
As time goes on, sometimes we forget these sacrifices made and the impacts those events had. And so it's just important to recognize.
The mobile museum will be staged tomorrow at the Dwight Merkle Sports Complex. The public is invited to walk through history for free until it moves on to Ellensburg on Sunday. Veterans say the significance of this memorial cannot be measured, and its accessibility is a gift to the community.
It means a lot to the Vietnam veterans, even to children of Vietnam veterans. You ask any veteran, it doesn't matter if it's World War I or the Afghan or Iraq War. It means something to everybody.
Reporting in Spokane, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
And a quick reminder that Monday is Labor Day and several city buildings will be closed for the holiday. Parking meters will be turned off and parking in Spokane will be free. The public library, municipal court, and development services will be closed. City Council will not meet, so its next meeting will be on September the 8th, and garbage pickup will be a day late next week.
And I will have your Labor Day weekend forecast coming up. But first, here's a look at your evening outlook. A few sprinkles possible, especially as we get late into the evening. It's going to be a warm night. Overnight lows staying in the upper 60s and lower 70s.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now's Get Outside Guide is brought to you by Click It RV.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
absolutely amazing.
I was blown away.
Super high energy, phenomenal.
Incredible.
It's a lot of song and dance mixed in with some comedy. It just makes me smile.
Go see this show. It's really, really fun.
And the ultimate Broadway show. We laughed, we sang. It was an amazing show.
You don't want to miss it.
I will come back again. It's Broadway with a capital B.
Some like it hot, and that ain't bad.
Some Like It Hot. Playing September 23rd through 28th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Andes Heating Cooling has been providing service for all your heating and cooling needs since 1972. Andes specializes in all commercial service and maintenance. Planned preventative maintenance can decrease repair costs by 12 to 16%, extend the life of your equipment, and lower energy costs by as much as 50%. Maintenance contracts and emergency service are available for commercial buildings. Turn to the experts. Andes Heating Cooling since 1972, thanks to you.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty. Beep, beep.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
Tomorrow, it's you, Dirks, and...
Good morning, America.
Kicking your summer morning into high gear.
Let's go.
With a live performance you can't miss.
Can't wait to see you.
Tomorrow, only on GMA's Summer Concert Series, sponsored by Massage Envy.
All right, take a look at this time-lapse video of a giant wall of dust known as a haboob barreling toward the Phoenix airport. In other videos, you can see the dust completely blocking out the sun. Some people were forced to stay in their cars until the skies had cleared. Yeah, not something that you would have been wanting to be caught outside of. And listen, we might not see walls of dust quite like that here in the Northwest, but we have seen them before.
Oh, absolutely. And it is the same mechanism that's creating the dust storms in the desert Southwest that is influencing our weather. It is monsoon season. Some years we do not experience it. The westerly winds keep that moisture away from us, but it is definitely filtering our late day sunshine right now in Spokane. It is overcast and 90 degrees. You could tell this is warm subtropical air because even with the clouds today and a few showers, we're at 90 degrees. I shouldn't say showers. It's been sprinkles in Spokane. It's 92 right now in Coeur d'Alene with mostly cloudy skies. 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to stay mostly cloudy tomorrow. Sprinkles here and there the first part of the day, and then we do have the possibility for some isolated thunderstorms as we get into the afternoon and evening. Showers possible on Thursday, and then we head into a really nice Labor Day weekend. Warm, should get some sunshine, and hopefully what would be lovely is if some of the rain from the monsoonal thunderstorms would fall on our wildfires, on our satellite and radar right now. I just want to show you how this is impacting the entire western third of the country. It happens every year, our seasonal reversal of winds, this moisture working its way up into the inland northwest in the form of clouds. Our dew points are increasing by Wednesday, Thursday. You might notice it starts to feel a little muggy by our standards. A closer view on our satellite and radar, we have had a little bit of light precipitation up around Colville, Republic, Omak, and down into the Wenatchee area, with more sprinkles coming in later this evening. Totals will be light overnight. Here's Wednesday at 8 a.m. A few sprinkles, hundredths of an inch. But then as we get into the afternoon and get that afternoon convection going, we'll see some of those rainfall totals jump, particularly south and east of the Spokane area. But then as we get into Wednesday night and Thursday morning, we see even more wet weather moving in with some impressive totals in the central panhandle. And again, with fires burning right down here, hopefully some of that heavier rain can help firefighters and not be a hindrance in terms of flash flooding on burn scars, something we'll be watching very closely. High temperatures tomorrow, even with the clouds, even with the showers, we will be up in the 80s and 90s. Right around the Spokane area, 91 in 9 Mile, Meade, and Deer Park, 88 in Liberty Lake, 89 in Post Falls, and 87 in Cheney and Spangle. Your planning forecast, chance of showers continues on Thursday, and then we begin drying out for what looks like a nice Labor Day weekend. Warm temperatures in the mid-80s to around 90 degrees, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, parents across the U.S. are spending more than expected on their children this year. At the same time, many parents are also missing out on opportunities to earn strong returns on their savings, according to Vanguard's new consumer survey. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez shares the best saving tools for parents this back-to-school season.
With back to school in full swing, families across the country are feeling the sting of high prices. Still, experts say there are ways parents can save for short-term and emergency expenses. Often overloaded with spending and savings decisions, many U.S. parents find it challenging to budget for their child's expenses.
Anytime you're looking at spending more than what you had anticipated, it is a bit stressful.
Lauren Weibar with Vanguard says nearly 70% of parents spent more money than expected on their children this year, according to their latest consumer survey. More than half of parents reported spending about $1,000 or more in the last year on unexpected or emergency expenses for their children.
I think for every individual, there's a different trigger point of dollars that generates a level of stress. But I would say that $1,000 mark is fairly significant.
A new report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that the prices of educational books and supplies increased 9.4% from May of 2024 to May 2025. As costs pile up, over half of parents are planning to cut back on necessities to pay for school-related shopping, and 44% are planning to take on debt, according to a Credit Karma consumer survey. Weibar says even as prices rise, it's also important to save for long and short-term education expenses.
A great avenue, which, believe it or not, only about 10% of parents use, is a 529 plan. And that is geared specifically for education and allows for tax-free growth.
Impulse buying can also quickly add up costs, especially when kids want the newest sneakers or an expensive first day of school outfit. Setting a firm budget for back-to-school costs and giving kids a role in the discussion can help save money in the short term and teach kids an invaluable life lesson. In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
And with back to school now in session or about to start, we want to see how your family is kicking off the new school year. Snap a photo of your kids or even yourself getting back into the routine and share it on our 4 News Now Facebook page. We're excited to see those first day moments and how the year is beginning for you. All right, still ahead, high school students from across the country converge in Philadelphia this summer to experience history like never before. We'll show you how these delegates created their own Declaration of Aspirations. And a president has never fired a Federal Reserve governor before, but President Trump is trying to. We'll explain why Lisa Cook is in the spotlight and what this could mean for the Fed and interest rates next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Windermere Real Estate.
You don't know how much pressure you put on your septic system, but Riddex does. In a 21-month study, scientists proved that Riddex reduces up to 20% of waste buildup every month. Take the pressure off with Riddex.
This September, you could be leaving Northern Quest in something different. A lot different. As in, the whole neighborhood suddenly has a staring problem when you roll up in a new GMC Canyon. Different. It's our $160,000 Grander Canyon giveaway. With 2 2025 GMC Canyons up for grabs, plus thousands in cash prizes. You know, in case you need to add a garage to the garage. The Grander Canyon giveaway. Play daily to enter. Only at Northern Quest.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 5.9% APR on GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. That's over $4,000 in average finance savings.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make a little one feel like a giant, can bring sparkle to a teenager, or be the unspoken language between best buddies. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch as they welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within.
Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor.
Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
In news around the nation, in an unprecedented move, President Donald Trump escalates his pressure against the Federal Reserve, saying he's fired Fed Governor Lisa Cook, citing allegations of mortgage fraud. CNN's Brian Abel explains that the president even has the power to fire her as she vows to fight back.
No president has fired a Fed governor before. The Federal Reserve has been independent of the executive branch since 1951, and it's unclear if President Trump has the ability, the legal authority to fire Lisa Cook. There's legal ambiguity of what justifies for cause, the only avenue for the president to legally fire her. The allegations stem from Cook's 2021 mortgage applications before she joined the Fed. A CNN review found she listed 2 separate properties as her primary residence. And that's the alleged fraud Trump refers to in his letter firing her, accusing her of making false statements and being deceitful because she could have received better interest rates for primary versus secondary residencies. Cook, who was appointed to a 14-year term by then President Joe Biden in 2022, is denying the claims and has not been charged or convicted with anything. In a statement, Cook said, President Trump purported to fire me for cause, when no cause exists under the law, and he has no authority to do so. I will not resign. If Trump is successful in firing Cook, the first black woman to have the role, it would give him a majority on the influential board of governors of the Fed as he looks to further pressure the Federal Reserve into lowering interest rates. At the White House, Brian Abel reporting.
Well, attention pet owners, a popular raw pet food brand is recalling some of its products because they could make your pet sick. The Viva Raw dog and cat food could be contaminated with salmonella and listeria. The recall includes several beef, turkey, and chicken varieties. You should contact your veterinarian immediately if your pet has consumed any of these products. The food was sold nationwide between July 2nd and August 21st. The possible contamination was found during routine testing. So far, there have been no reported illnesses. You should throw out the affected products and contact Viva Raw for a refund. Cracker Barrel says it's going back to its old logo over the last few days. Many have criticized the company's redesign, including President Trump. The company says it made a mistake. Cracker Barrel goes on to say, while their logo is making headlines, its focus is still right where it belongs, in the kitchen and on your plate. Eastern Washington football puts their finishing touches ahead of their Week 1 date at Incarnate Word. We have an update from Cheney coming up later in sports. And at least 2 cases of the measles have been found in the inland Northwest. We'll show you how to check your immunization status to make sure you're protected next on 4 News Now.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. King of the Cage, live Thursday, September 25th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or CDAcasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
The big Labor Day sale is on now at Walker's Furniture with store-wide savings up to 40% off. Or you can take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing with no money down.
Making it the perfect time to get new furniture for less at Walker's.
When you get into a car accident, you may be wondering if you need a lawyer.
Well, if you were injured and it wasn't your fault, you should probably talk to an attorney.
Call Russell & Hill. The advice is free.
Our team will review your case at no charge and let you know how best to proceed.
And if you decide you do need a lawyer,
remember, we win your case or it's free.
Russell & Hill will fight for you. Call 800-LAW-0842.
If you're looking to add more elegance and security to your home, then check out the doors of possibilities from McVeigh Brothers. At McVeigh Brothers, they sell Therma-Tru doors with more than 300 different styles to choose from.
We're working for you.
Starting over is hard following a divorce because now it's just you. You are the one making the financial decisions for your family. As I've gone through this process, BECU was incredibly helpful, making sure that I could track down the financial documents that I needed or to open an account with my new name. I'm really proud of how far I've come, how I've been able to rebuild for myself and my family, and BECU is an important part of that.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Spokane County faces what may be its first case of the measles in the current outbreak affecting our area. Healthcare providers are urging everyone to know their vaccination status. Hunter Bertram joins us with how you can find that answer and what to do if you can't find your records.
Yeah, Derek, as the measles outbreak persists, Spokane Regional Health says it's important to check if you're immune, saying knowing this now can help you stay calm if you're exposed.
I would be freaked out, so.
Immunization specialist with SRHD, Kayla Myers, telling us it's important to know if you've got the measles vaccine.
Because of situations like this, specifically. So you hear something on the news or you see an alert and it's, it gets a little concerning.
Such concerns can trigger panic, which is exactly what they aim to prevent as an outbreak grows.
But if you know that you have access to something that can show you if you're immune to it, then it kind of eases that feeling of being uncertain or unprepared.
Myers says to head online for vaccination records. Visit your healthcare provider's website or the state health department site. They say it's much easier than calling because providers and the health district are already seeing an uptick in calls from people asking these questions.
Where is my record, or can you help me? Where can I get the vaccine for low or no cost?
Now, if you can't find these records, you can get another vaccine dose to boost your immunity. SRHD says it doesn't hurt to get one. Or you can take a blood test called a titer test.
So it just shows that either you've been vaccinated and it's showing that you have responded to the vaccine enough to be protected, or you have had the disease and it shows that as well.
Now, as we know, navigating the web can be tricky, but the Health District has set up this helpful tab on their website. It's like a one-stop shop for your finding your medical records, locating vaccination sites, and accessing those blood tests I mentioned. You can find this linked on KXLY.com. In studio, Hunter Bertram for News Now.
All right, Hunter, thank you. Well, crews are hard at work getting one of the last events of the summer set up in Riverfront Park. We are, of course, talking about Pig Out in the Park, which opens on Thursday. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now. And Chris, can we expect a bit of a cool down for Pig Out?
Yes, a bit of a cool down, but also you may need to keep your First Alert weather app handy to time when you go, because we may end up with some wet weather there as well. And you wouldn't be complaining about temperatures like today, 90 in Spokane. Boy, without the bright blue skies and sunshine, it sure didn't feel like 90 degrees. 95 in Coeur d'Alene, it was 90 in Pullman and St. Mary's, 95 degrees in Lewiston. Did get up to 100 in Omak, but with some showers, only 86 in Colville. Quite a range of temperatures around the region. Some of these temperatures a little bit lower because of wildfire smoke, others because of the clouds. Now, tomorrow's high temperatures will still be running above average, but cooler. Will be in the 80s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Still some 90s on the map. It's not very often you find Bonners Ferry having a higher daytime high than Lewiston, but our monsoonal moisture and clouds and showers won't make it quite that far north, and that is why we're seeing those higher temperatures further to the north. On the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene map, we find temperatures in the lower 90s from Deer Park down through Meade and downtown Spokane, 89 in Coeur d'Alene and 88 tomorrow in Spirit Lake. Hour by hour, your Wednesday forecast, mostly cloudy skies in the morning. Then we'll start to see the possibility of some light rain showers, finally showers and possible thunderstorms in the forecast for the afternoon and evening with a high of 88. I will be back with your Labor Day weekend forecast in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, looking forward to it. Well, a man is in jail after deputies say he stabbed a woman in the chest at an apartment complex near Whitworth University. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says it happened last night on East Hawthorne Road. When deputies arrived, they found a woman with a chest wound. She was rushed to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, here is a photo of deputies arresting 33-year-old Michael Helms, who knew the victim. While in the back of a patrol car, deputies say Helms suffered a possible overdose and even stopped breathing. They gave him Narcan and he regained consciousness. He now faces first-degree assault charges. It'll soon cost you a bit more to park at the Spokane County Courthouse. Earlier this month, the Board of Commissioners decided to bump up parking fees and fines. In October, parking on the county's campus will cost about 70 cents more per hour. Plus, they're swapping out those old coin meters for digital ones, so you'll be able to pay right from your phone. The county says this change will help manage parking expenses better in their budget.
Even with the increases, we will not come back into the black, but it's at least a step forward as we look at trying to right-size our parking fees, as well as trying to solve for budget issues next year and in future years.
Now, the county says it covers most parking costs using money from the general fund. This is the first time it's raising fees this much in nearly 2 decades. The increase is meant to match what others in Spokane charge for parking. Well, chess fans and anyone who wants to learn the game are invited to Riverfront Park this Wednesday evening for the first ever Community Chess Festival. The event is designed to introduce the game to new players while celebrating Spokane's chess community. From 4 to 8 p.m., organizers will offer free lessons for all skill levels, plus ongoing matches where participants can test their strategy. Kapicha will provide drinks, and the Philam Northwest Association will offer food. The festival is put on by Blitz and Blunders and the Greater Spokane Chess League with support from local partners. No registration is required. Just show up and play. All right, if you know a Swiftie, you might want to check in on them. Taylor Swift just dropped some big news. She and NFL star Travis Kelce are now engaged. Swift and Kelce announced their engagement on Instagram, writing, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." The couple went public with their romance about 2 years ago when Swift showed up at one of Kelce's Kansas City Chiefs games. And just 2 months later, fans got this adorable moment during her record-breaking Eras tour.
Mama is the guy on the cheese.
Swift even changed her lyrics to reference Kelce, who's become a regular at her shows and even joined her on stage in London. Now, Swifties are sleuthing for clues about when and where the big wedding might be held. I know you're very excited for all of this, aren't you, Jack?
I am not researching that heavily. I can assure you that.
All right, the Seahawks have their active 53-man roster locked down.
And we're going to go through some of the biggest cuts of the group coming up in sports. Plus, former Eastern Washington stud Efton Chisholm. You got some pretty great news today, too. Stick with us.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Pig Out in the Park.
It's our endless summer savings sales event where you'll save $12,250 off new Sierra 1500 Denali's or 0% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
The Davenport Hotels invite you to a signature weekend of culinary delights, September 26th through the 28th. Join us for the Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival, taking place in downtown Spokane with multiple events offered throughout the weekend. Purchase any festival ticket and receive a 20% discount code to stay at one of the Davenport properties. Information can be found on the Davenport Hotel Collections website under the Experiences tab. The Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival this September, sponsored in part by Windermere Real Estate, BECU, and 4 News Now.
Backyard barbecues, family gatherings, now is the best time to visit Jacobs Custom Living. New furniture has arrived and Jacobs really has the largest and most varied inventory ever. Comfortable lounge furniture, elegant outdoor dinner sets, umbrellas, and much more. Hurry in and experience for yourself the high-quality outdoor furniture at Jacobs Custom Living that will make your deck, patio, or cabin a wonderful place for gatherings all summer long. On Sprague, just east of Sullivan.
Happy anniversary from McVeigh Brothers. This month, if you'd like to upgrade your home with some new Coeur d'Alene windows or maybe a new roof, we're offering an anniversary special. Or no money down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 6 months from McVeigh Brothers.
It's our endless summer savings sales event where you'll save up to $14,000 or 3.9% APR on new Sierra 2500 HD Denali's. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Bruce Willis. That smile, that laugh. But now, gripped by a heartbreaking disease. Emma and Bruce Willis, The Unexpected Journey.
Were there days that it would be Bruce again?
The loving and powerful event special. Tonight on ABC.
She gave birth to twins when she was 60 years old. That was 18 years ago.
Wow, time went so quickly.
Now they're heading off to college. Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Eastern Washington is 4 days away from suiting up and taking on the Incarnate Word Cardinals down in Texas. And these Eags are now with fall camp behind them, charge into the 2025 season with pretty lofty sights. Eastern enters this year against an Incarnate Word team that was just shellacked by the Nichols Colonels in a big-time upset, but those Cards now return home to face the Eags in a game that will heavily test both these squads. Head coach Aaron Best spoke today on how this matchup fares for his Eagles, especially against a highly ranked team coming off that upset on the road.
Be fired up. They'll be angrier than they would have been probably with a win, which doesn't bode well for us at all. But we're playing at their spot in San Antonio. Weather's warm at night. So they get a lot of things going for them. And we'll find out kind of who we start out and intend to become come 6 o'clock Saturday.
Eastern makes their season debut against those Cardinals at 4 p.m. this Saturday in San Antonio. Afton Chisholm rose to fame last season after an extremely productive 2024 campaign, and after an equally impressive few weeks in training camp and the preseason, the New England Patriots named Chisholm to their 53-man roster. Afton joins former Coup Kyle Williams in the Pats receiving corps, and they're tested early, hosting the Las Vegas Raiders at 10 a.m. on Week 1. That's, of course, on Pacific time. The Seattle Seahawks unveiled their 53-man roster today, too, cementing their 53 active members of the roster and cutting the last of those preseason leftovers. Among the notable cuts include wide receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a March signee who rookie Troy Horton from Colorado State vaulted over in training camp. The defense saw the most big cuts, including safety Jarek Reed and linebacker Patrick McConnell, who is likely a practice squad candidate. Lastly, former Oregon State and Miami running back Damian Martinez on the chopping block as well. You can find the entire roster details on KXLY.com. Spokane Indians ready for their final home series of the year starting tonight against the Tri-City Dust Devils. Crazy, we're already here near the end of the season. Spokane already out of the Northwest League playoff race, so this is it. They're still pushing for a strong end of the year. We caught up with one new and one older Spokane Indian for the 2025 season. Both Stu Fleslin and Max Bellew feel good heading into their last homestand of 2025.
It's been great to be home, and like just this morning I went home and had breakfast with my parents, and so it's been really nice this year. And then I think so far as a player this year I've developed quite a bit as a kind of on the mental side of the game with just kind of going with how I pitch against guys, how I sequence them.
Yeah, I think it's really exciting. You get your first taste of what Pro Bowl is, so I think just getting all that right now will just prepare me for next season.
Spokane starts game 1 against Tri-City tonight right about now. The Seattle Mariners are within a strong run within the 2025 AL West race, and as much fun as this year has been, we can already look ahead to 2026 with next year's schedule dropping today. The M's open the season with 2 home series, one against the Cleveland Guardians and then against the New York Yankees. Seattle will also have a pretty rare scheduled home doubleheader on June 20th against the Boston Red Sox, which the next day will then feature Team USA in a World Cup match at Lumen Field, so that might help parking a little bit. Their season concludes at home against the Houston Astros and Los Angeles Angels, getting some divisional games in. We have that full list for home schedule coming up on our website, KXLY.com. And the best part for me, as the Atlanta Braves will be coming to town May 4th through 6th, which I didn't get to see them this year. So great the interleague matchup is coming. That is the day after Bloomsday 2026. So it's going to be a pretty busy week in May.
So if you run it, you could be super sore for your whole drive over.
Assuming I can just touch the pedals and my feet would even recognize they were there.
All right, Chris, over to you.
4 things to know about your weather. Mostly cloudy skies tomorrow. Sprinkles here and there, but there's also some isolated thunder coming in the afternoon and evening, taking us into a nice Labor Day weekend. I'll tell you all about it after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
For more than 20 years, Blackhawk has electrified country fans. Experience them live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, October 16th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, save thousands of dollars on the best selection of trucks and SUVs during the Big Deal event this week at both Cal locations in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
We always have the best selection in the 509 and the 208.
And that means it's the perfect time to trade up. Plus, this week, get top dollar for your trade-in, including a minimum trade offer. And delay payments until November 1st. Today through this Monday at both Cal locations.
Have you or someone you know lived, worked, or enjoyed time in Lincoln County in the last 10 years? If so, you've likely been exposed to Libby amphibole asbestos. 1 in 4 screened have developed an asbestos-related disease. Hope is here. The Center for Asbestos-Related Disease, CARD, in Libby, provides free screenings, care, and resources to those impacted by asbestos exposure. Don't wait. Early detection is key. Get your free asbestos health screening today. Contact the CARD Clinic, comprehensive care for exposure and disease.
Are you moving? Make it easy with Dan the Moving Man. Reliable, efficient, and stress-free. Dan is your locally owned, trusted household and piano moving partner. Visit danthemovingmanwa.com for your free quotes today.
Right now, you could help make life-changing wishes come true for local kids with critical illnesses. This month, 4 News Now is teaming up with Make-A-Wish for the Wishes in Flight mileage drive to help local kids like Hazel.
I met the mermaid on mine wish.
Scan the QR code or visit our site to donate your airline miles. It's fast, easy, and every mile makes a difference. Your support will give sick kids hope, strength, and joy. Let's make wishes take flight together.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader. The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Click It RV.
All right, take a look at this terrifying video as the floor gives way during a fire in Pennsylvania, sending one firefighter plunging 13 feet below. It took those fellow firefighters only 31 seconds to get their teammate out of the house and on the way to the hospital. Thankfully, the firefighter did not have any serious injuries and was released from the hospital the same day. Photos posted after the fire give a good view of just how far that firefighter fell. pretty crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of amazing that there were no serious injuries there as well.
Yeah.
All right, a lot of people wondering about what the forecast is going to be like for this weekend, especially if they've got outdoor plans for your Labor Day weekend.
Oh, yes, and things are definitely going to be warmer and dry, sunny this Labor Day weekend. But in the meantime, we have some showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Let's take a look at our map right now. This is... Nothing says late August in the western United States, like all these widespread showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. As the sun sets, we lose some of the daytime heating. These will begin tapering off and then blooming again tomorrow. This is that seasonal reversal of winds, the monsoonal flow of moisture that happens every year. It impacts the inland northwest differently, sometimes not at all, thanks to a strong westerly flow. But in the late summer, the land temperature over the desert southwest obviously gets very, very hot, hotter than the water. And that rising warm air over the Four Corners region creates this onshore flow of air and very warm, moist subtropical air. And sometimes that can make it as far north as the inland northwest. Occasionally, it's just some mid-level clouds. Other times, it is more profound, and we end up with that monsoonal flow and those widespread showers and thunderstorms. In this particular weather pattern, that is also the closest we ever get to feeling muggy. Here's a look at our dew point temperature forecast over the next couple of days. I don't get to use this very often, but you'll see these are the temperatures along here. That says 60 degrees. That green is when it starts feeling sticky, not humid by most standards, but starting tomorrow night, we'll be up there with those dew point readings in the lower 60s. People don't really talk about it feeling humid until it's closer to the 70 degree mark, but you'll notice that there'll be some moisture in the air, especially as it will be raining. Our forecast radar, a few sprinkles possible tonight and through the overnight, and then we have more wet weather coming in for the second part of the day on Wednesday. Here's 3 o'clock Wednesday with a good chance of showers and thunderstorms. Chance of rain will continue through Thursday overnight. Here's 8 a.m. Thursday, and then as we get into the afternoon on Thursday, we begin to dry out. The rainfall totals could be impressive in some locations. Some concern about heavy rain down on the burn scar areas of the southern panhandle and along the east slopes of the Cascades and the flash flooding and landslides that could result there. Too much of a good thing. Otherwise, showers and thunderstorms possible Wednesday, showers Thursday, and there's that Labor Day forecast. A little more calm. Temperatures in the mid-80s to right around 90 degrees, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. As America approaches its 250th birthday, a group of students are connecting the past with the present, meeting this summer in Philadelphia, where the Declaration of Independence announced a new nation in 1776. ABC's Christiane Cordero explains how they're writing a declaration of their own ahead of next year's semi-quincentennial.
These high school students and their teachers from 27 states and U.S. territories met up in historic Philadelphia this summer for the Young People's Continental Congress, hosted by Carpenters Hall and National History Day.
We had an open call for students and teachers to apply that went out all over the country.
The student-teacher teams experienced a week of special programming to study our country's founding era and democracy.
I'm not a Virginian, but an American.
We want them to see themselves, right, in this continuum of how our country was founded and how we continue to strive towards these ideals.
I wouldn't be able to find this opportunity anywhere else to be able to visit these buildings, go inside the rooms where it happened, and get to research these documents.
Delegates engage with leading historians and gain special access to Philadelphia's museums, historic sites, and archives like Carpenters Hall, known as the birthplace of liberty, the home of the nation's first Continental Congress in 1774.
For me, it's kind of like a really cathartic moment to see all of these landmarks that I researched for so long.
My favorite part of the week was going to see the Liberty Bell. It's been a highlight of Philadelphia. I've always heard so much about it.
The program challenges Gen Z to examine the past and use their voice to shape our country's future.
If we don't know what our country was based on and how our system works, we're not going to know how to make changes in the future.
There's a lot of disagreements over certain political decisions and stuff like that, and I see people be very unhappy about it. I don't see a lot of people actually doing something about it and taking action.
The week ends with the students creating and signing their own declaration, a declaration of aspirations.
Of course, the historic congresses were known for the declarations that they made. So we wanted to kind of honor that spirit by having these delegates also create a declaration.
When we all work together and embrace our different cultural backgrounds and differences, we can create something really beautiful. Everyone here is from different parts of the states and we all have different backgrounds, but we came together to create our aspirations, and it really is a beautiful document.
Christiane Cordero, ABC News.
All right, pretty cool. Before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for your Tuesday night.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
It's our endless summer savings sales event where you'll save $12,250 off new Sierra 1500 Denali's or 0% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Everyone knows the best time to get the biggest sleep savings of the year on all the top-rated mattress sets at Walker's Furniture is during the big Labor Day sale going on now.
Sleep better and pay less this week at Walker's.
R&R RV has just lowered prices on every pre-owned motorhome, fifth wheel, and travel trailer in stock. We're talking jaw-dropping savings on the region's largest selection of pre-owned RVs. All pre-owned units at R&R RV are clean, certified, and never purchased at auction. Quit dreaming. Just do it. Same-day delivery available on many units. Shop pre-owned units now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake, North Spokane, and Lewiston. Or visit rnrrv.com.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
If you're looking to add more elegance and security to your home, then check out the doors of possibilities from McVeigh Brothers. At McVeigh Brothers, they sell Therma-Tru doors with more than 300 different styles to choose from.
We're working for you.
Save now with 70th anniversary savings at Bi-Mart. Watch for our savings book in your mailbox this week. Save $4 on Blue Diamond bagged almonds. Home of the $5 lifetime membership. Bi-Mart since 1955.
There's still time for summer fun, so AutoNation Honda wants you to save even more on your next car now through Labor Day. Drive a new 2025 Honda CR-V Hybrid for just $399 a month. Go to AutoNation Honda today.
It's our endless summer savings sales event where you'll save up to $14,000 or 3.9% APR on new Sierra 2500 HD Denali's. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
4 News Now is brought to you by Roofs by Premier.
All right, now here's something you don't see every day. A West Coast company is taking to the skies literally to show off its new flying car. The company, called Pivotal, has designed an all-electric, zero-emissions aircraft that can take off and land vertically, no runway required. The single-seat vehicle touched down in Santa Cruz, California last week for a demonstration flight. The price tag? Nothing big, just $190,000. And even more surprising than that, you don't need a pilot's license to fly it. All right, coming up tonight on Nightside, they beat the odds and survived a deadly outbreak. Now, these 400 ostriches face destruction anyway. Why their owners are fighting back tonight at 11.
And in your planning forecast, a few sprinkles possible tonight through tomorrow morning, then a better chance of some showers and thunderstorms Wednesday afternoon and evening.
Okay. We'll keep our fingers crossed for, decent still for the Labor Day weekend,
yes.
at least. All right, thanks so much for being with us here on 4 News Now at 6. Don't forget to join us for Nightside starting at 11. See you then.